Alright, so, as the title says, today we're gonna look if we can make a Tetris game. Just making sure this is live. If the chat could get going to let me know if my audio's on all that would be great. So yeah, just before starting the stream, I was doing some research on rotation rules and so on. It can get quite complicated depending on the variations and such. So I am going to be kind of making my own variation depending on how easy it is to implement. And I see by the chat that I am indeed live, everything is good, so thanks for letting me know. Alright, so we're going to start off by probably creating some tile sets, because we're going to do this with tile sets again. So let's create a new sprite. Now I need to think about this. Okay, making a Tetris game is something I haven't actually built in a while. Actually, I think I only built it once, and it was quite a long time ago. It was one of my earlier projects when I didn't really know what I was doing. So now again, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm gonna mainly make this up as I go along. So we need, how many different bricks are there in Tetris? There's like the T one, there's the two L ones, there's the square and the long one, and there's two different Zs. So that's what, 7 different kinds of pieces, so we need 7 different kinds of colors. So I think if I make them 16 by 16 each, 1, 2, yeah, that should be enough. So we're going to start off by creating all the different kinds of colors we have. So we can have a green one, a blue one, yellow, red. What other color would work? I'm going to change this to an icy green. I think there's purple and light blue. Here we go. So I'm gonna actually maybe resize this. Let's see. I'm gonna grab these two cuts and put them over here. Resize this image. And I need to think about this. It's gonna be 32 times 48. Nope, that was not right. Image, resize all frames. Here you go, 3248. Alright, and let's just add a couple nice trims. Doesn't need to look good, just needs to look a bit better than it does right now. Not quite the right color, but I don't mind. So, the way this is gonna work is we're going to have a more general... We're gonna have a script, first of all, which is gonna define all of our different pieces. So let's save this. Oh no, okay. And let's create a script really quickly. Alt-C is it? Yeah. Name this Tetromenos. How do you spell Tetromenos? Whatever. So, oh right, I can't reuse the same script name. I'm gonna call this T, whatever. It doesn't matter. So Tetromenos is gonna be an array of arrays, and each array is gonna represent a different piece. So we are going to have, I'm not sure whether I should put a set of coordinates for each block, or if I should have a grid of whether or not the things exist. I think that's probably better. In that case, I may as well create a sprite. Actually, yes, I'll do it that way. I'll create a sprite. Alright, so first of all, let's rename that one as tiles. And this one here will be called S dominoes. Actually, let's have one for each thing. So we're going to have ST, which is going to be our T domino, tetromino, and it's going to be a 3x3 sprite. So let's go in here, image, resize all frames, and I'm going to add 4 of these for each rotation, and it's going to be, can I not zoom in more than that? Okay, so I think it's actually, I should probably check the Wikipedia page for this. So yeah, it goes through the center. Okay, so it's like this for the first one, then we rotate 90 degrees. I'm gonna go counterclockwise for rotations, like this. So these we'll use in order to, I should probably bring my chat back up. These we'll use in order to get the data from them. It's probably easier to do it that way than to actually create a whole bunch of arrays, and yeah, I think it's a bit neater. Let's LT, let's create another one. S, L, let's say right-handed. Not sure which one is going to be right-handed. Quickly check the Wikipedia. Alright, so it goes through and then up on the left. So, and it's a 3x3, I think. It is a 3x3. So, let's edit, image, resize all frames. 3x3. Like so. Oh, I should probably first. Alright. Like so. Alright, that looks good. Of course, saving is super slow. Where is it? Alt S. S, the L shape, but the left-hand side. So yeah, this is a bit tedious, I guess, but I could just use strings, yeah. But I feel like this is easier because we need one for each rotation, and we need. It's probably easier that way. It's also cooler. I don't know. Yeah, strings would work. I already started making the sprites, so too bad. Resize all frames. So that will be the opposite. So it will start off like so. Here. And here. Also, this has the advantage of also containing the width and height. Which is going to change actually. The long shape will actually have a 4x4 as well as the 2x2. So this looks correct. Again, saving is taking a really long time. S, now we can have L square, which I'm going to call S, I guess. I'll call the other ones N's instead of S's. Image, resize all frames. So we said this was a square, so that's a 4x4. And the rotation never changes, so it's just like so. Now I don't know why they use a 4x4 over on the wiki over here. As you can see, they have a, or is that a 5x, no, they have a 4x3. I have no idea why. I think I can make it work with just a 2x2 actually. So let me image, resize all frames. 2x2, and now that I think about it, I could leave it like that. I don't need all the other frames if I write this in a smart way. So the last one is wrong. Would that be this one here? This one is apparently wrong. Oh yeah, it's rotated the wrong way. Thanks for pointing that out. It should be going that way. Yeah. So for our square, we just need a couple more. This one will be, so we have a square. We could have n and will I call it n? What? I'll call it. What does it most look like? Really is an S, isn't it? But then my square is already S. I'll call this one SQ. Here we go. And this one will be SS. My naming, by the way, is pretty bad, but I don't. It doesn't matter too much. So we're doing the S shape, where I think is 3x3. Yeah. Oops, we have one too many here. So it's gonna look like. Is it on the bottom? It's on the top. Not that it really matters, since it won't be exactly the same. So I said I was going to go counterclockwise. I think I changed halfway through. This one here goes clockwise, 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 and doesn't move. Okay, so I'm going clockwise. Like so. Then, ooh, that's messing with my brain. I better use, yeah, like so. Like so. Isn't that the same? Huh. Figures. And like so again. No, or it would be over here. I think that's right. Yeah, seems about right. Now I could stop here and just, add the other ones later, but I think I'll add one more. I'll add the straight line. Why is this not showing up on the GameMaker? Is weird. Just one more. This one will be the line. Okay. Oh, I already have L. Ooh. I'll just call it L, since the other ones are LR, and again, this naming is absolutely terrible. Image, resize all frames, will be a 4x4. And then we can actually start doing some code. I'll add the other ones later if that's really needed. Like so, like so, like so, and like so. Let's save this. Let's get to doing some code. So I'll first say that, so this will be my initialization code. So I'll actually rename this properly to init. And this will initialize all of our tetromino pieces. So yeah, we didn't miss too many important ones. So what we will do is we need to make a new script, probably. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't want to create a new script with the keyboard shortcuts, which is strange. But this one will be create. Actually, create is probably a bad name. I really have no idea. I'm really bad at naming resources, by the way. I'll do get tetromino. I probably should stick to GameMaker, I think. So this will return array containing tetromino info, and we'll take as a parameter, I'll take a sprite. So first of all, we need to get the surface from that sprite, so we can do surface create, and yeah, we need the width and height. So var width equals arguments equals sprite get width sprite. Now something that you may not know, because I didn't up until a couple months ago, is you can actually draw two surfaces whenever you want. Because and some people get slightly confused with that, because yo-yo games have often told us not to do that. We can only draw in the draw events. That's only true if you're drawing to the application surface. If you're drawing to any other surface, you can draw whenever you like, which is great for initializing stuff like that. Use capitals on script names, similar to using uppercase on functions in other languages. Gloomy Toad Studios, I would, I used to do that, but actually now I adopted a new naming scheme where my scripts use snake case and my resources use camel case. The reason, actually, they don't quite use camel case. They use no, that's right. They use camel case because the first letter is always small. The reason I do it that way is because all the functions in GameMaker already use snake case. So I don't want to use to have like some functions and scripts acting differently, since to my, like when I develop games, I like to think of scripts and functions as the exact same thing. The only difference is that functions are provided by the GameMaker engine, whilst scripts you have to provide yourself. So I like to keep them named and using the same scheme. Also, that way I can easily differentiate resources from scripts. So we're gonna get our surface with width and height. I'm going to call that var surf. Next, we're going to set that surface. Is it set target? Yeah, I haven't used surfaces in quite a while. Then we're going to draw a sprite. No, we should probably clear first. Okay, so I've had issues with this before, where surfaces will not necessarily be cleared when you create them first. So draw clear alpha. We're going to choose C underscore black and 0 alpha. And then they draw a sprite. Yeah, so for those of you who just joined, in case you didn't realize, right now we are creating a Tetris game, and this script right here will get the information from a small set of sprites I got to get the tetromino information. Okay, so I just realized that we actually need to also pass in an index. And this tetromino will return a single subimage of the tetromino. So this will be index. Or actually, what I could do is just get this in a loop and not bother too much. So, yes, I'll do it that way. I'll do for... Let me think. For var I equals 0, I is smaller than sprite get index. No, sprite. What sprite? Oh, that's right. Sprite get number. Yeah. Increment I, and we're going to put this in here. Alright, so draw our sprite with subimage I at position 0, 0, and then reset our surface. So now what we want to do is get a buffer from that surface. So we can do, is it buffer? Buffer get surface? Hey, it's my two favorite GameMaker content creators. So I assume someone in the chat makes videos? Gloomy Toad, maybe, I don't know. I don't watch video tutorials myself. I know there's Pixelated Pope and Sean Spalding Hardbeast. Oh, there's also Real Touch GML, but... So yeah, if you are the other one, content creator, please say something in the comments. Yeah, Gloomy Toad, well, shout out to you. We'll make sure to check out your stuff. Yeah. Buffer. Oh, right, I need to create a buffer. So var buffer. 25 videos in two weeks. That is very impressive. I just started trying to get this one video a week plus one stream a week thing. It's a lot of work. So, wow. 25 videos in 2 weeks. That's impressive. Buffer create. Okay, so we need to get the size right. So, actually, I could create the buffer beforehand up here, so we don't have to allocate too much memory. The size will be let me think. It's 32 by width by height is what we need, because there's width times height pixels, and each pixel uses 32 bits. So actually that's 4, because we want bytes. So my keyboard is being weird today. And it wants a type, doesn't it? So buffer fixed and alignment of 1. So we get our buffer. So buffer surface is surf. Mode 0, I think, works. Actually, I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, 0. That's the only mode that exists. Offset 0, modulo, would that be 0 or 1? I can't quite. Yeah, 0. What's modulo? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have our surface data. We actually should probably, before I forget, delete the data, delete the buffer and everything. So buffer free. No, delete. Yeah. And surface free. I hate the fact that GameMaker has all these different things for freeing and they're different names. It kind of bothers me. Okay, so we have our buffer. We want to loop through the width and height for var x or underscore x equals 0. Underscore x is smaller than width. Underscore x plus plus. And for, I'm actually gonna hold off here. Var underscore y equals 0. Hello to both Zukrons and Abgezogen HD. I guess that's Dutch or German. Abgezogen, if it's Dutch. Y plus plus. Underscore y plus plus. German. Ach, I'm actually not sure. German G's are like G's, right? Not G. I don't know. I did German in high school. I can't remember any of it. Yeah, I need to get my alpha value. So, okay, this is where it gets weird, because GameMaker colors are all over the place. Sometimes it's BGRA. Okay, BGRA. So I want the 4th byte. No, bit. No, byte. Yes. I totally know what I'm doing. So I need to get the offset. So the var. So I need to get the pixel number, which I'm going to call PN, which is going to be equal to underscore x times underscore y. And then I want to get my byte offset, which is going to be my pixel number times the size of a pixel. And then I want to add 3 because I'm only interested in the alpha value. I think. Yes, please let me know in the comments if I'm doing this right. So then I can say var a for alpha equals buffer peak. Yeah, buffer. I just realized it's a much easier way to do this, because I'm using. I'm gonna do this in another way. I'm gonna say var c is equal to buffer read, buffer underscore, it's a U32. Before looping, I'm gonna make sure to buffer seek at the start. So buffer seek start. and the offset is 0. Alright, so now that we know our C, we can get our A by taking our C and bit shifting it. No, wait, that way. Wait, it's BGRA. Ooh, I need to think about this. Yeah, we want to... what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bit mask it. I think that will work. 0, so it'll be a whole byte, which is 255. Yeah, Patrick, Crave, that's what I'm doing. I'm masking it. I think 255 is correct. That's a whole byte. So now that we have our A, I should probably stay in here. We can write it to an array, which I haven't created yet. So I can say over here that our var tatromino is equal to empty array. And then over here, I can say var frame equals tatrom I, but of course I need to first make sure there's something there. So I need to say, actually I'll do it that way, var frame equals empty array. In here I'll say frame at position, this should be a 2D array, shouldn't it? So underscore x. 2D array or array? A 2D array is still a thing. Let me know in the comments if 2D array still exists, or if I have to use arrays of arrays now. Actually, I could probably look it up. Actually, yeah, there's an easy way to know. Okay, 2D arrays are still a thing. I'll use that instead, even though I don't like them. So at underscore x underscore y, it's gonna be equal to a. Then I can do that tetromino at position I is equal to my frame. And yeah, here we go. No need for fancy like checking because GameMaker arrays are easy. Delete all buffers, return all tetromino. Alright, cool. So now in here we can say var tetrominos is equal to, and I'll do some horrible things with a big long array. So I'm actually going to go on the next, I'll do it like this. Get tetromino for st. Get, that's probably a nicer way to do it, but I'm not too concerned. Okay, so this is something which also bothers me with the GameMaker ID, is it doesn't auto, when I close the parentheses, it doesn't realize that it already put one for me and just skip over it, like most IDs I use do, which makes it quite annoying. Buffer delete buffer surface delete is not going to work, is it? Oh, did I do that? I did do that. Oh, thank you so much. Actually, it would probably have worked because of the way GameMaker indexes things. They always start with 0, so the buffer would have been 0 and the surface would have been 0. And next time we delete everything and create them again, they will be 0 again, because that's how GameMaker does. Actually, no, it doesn't do that for surfaces. Yeah, so data structures tend to start at 0. Actually, all DS data structures start at 0, and then as you create new ones, they go up. If you delete 0 and then create a new one, it will be 0 again, which means that data structure IDs are not unique, which is very important to know if you're ever using data structure exist, because data structure exist doesn't mean anything anymore, given the fact that you can delete a data structure, then call data structure exists on the number you got from the data structure created before that, and have it still return true if some other part of your code created the data structure. It is very, very dumb. It is going to change, or so the games tell us. So yeah, I'm actually not going to put var here, I'm just going to call it tetrominoes like this. I'm probably going to do everything inside a single object. So I'm actually going to close this workspace just to clean it up. Again, workspaces, I've ranted so much about them, I don't even know what to do. Tetris, create, and we're just going to init. So, we should probably test this, but I don't know. Let's just move on to creating a tile set. Alright, it already figured it out. I'm going to call this empty tiles. And, oh, we should probably assign colors to our init thing. So the way we can do that is by wrapping everything inside an array and giving them a number. So this will be 0. I know I could just get the index from them, but this will be more flexible if we ever want to change the colors around. Hello, Geometry Dash Dark Dragon, could you please stop spamming like that? Or I will have to turn on slow mode. That's not what I want to do. Hello, Kuro. If you're the same Kuro from the forums, I know you. Well, not personally, but like I know you from the forums. I did something wrong. Oh, I'm missing a closing thing over here. I'll put it down here so I don't forget it. You can over on the right. Okay. Okay. So we've got all the tetrominoes. This all seems correct, probably. We have all tiles, we have all basic objects. I'm trying to think of the best next step. Probably creating this here and getting the room to be the right size. So how wide is a Tetris grid? Do you guys know? If you know, you tell me in the comments. I don't actually know, because that would be really good to know. Actually, I could probably create a tile instead of using the room tile set. I'm gonna create one Right. I'm gonna create one in here. So tile map equals. Can I just create a tile map? Layer tile create maybe? 10 wide and 20 high. Yeah, adding more space at the top. I think what I read from the Wikia, they put 2 at the top. I may go with 4 actually, that makes a bit more sense. Layer ID. Okay, I don't know how this works. And there is no manual entry for it, so great. Tile. Actually, layer. Depth, name. This is confusing. I haven't created layers in code yet. I know it's pretty weird. Okay, that seems better. Alright, so I'm gonna have it be at a depth of, I don't know. Does it matter? It just has to be less deep than this background, which has a depth of 100. This has a depth of 0. Okay, I'll put a depth of 0. And I'll just call it T, whatever. It doesn't matter for now. Yeah, it returns the ID. Oh yeah, I should probably change this to tile layer. And then tile map, it will be equal to layer tile map create layer ID is tile layer. X and Y. Is that in tiles or in pixels? That's in pixels. For now I'll put at 0, 0 because tile set will be T something. T tiles. Width and height. So we said 10 and 24. And we're done. Well, the great thing is that it's going to start at 0, and that's going to make some of our maps easier in the long run. I should probably actually do var, actually just width equals 10, height equals 24. Because we're going to need it. Okay, now we need to update it such that every some amount of time the current active piece falls. So what we need for that is first of all a current active piece. So I'm going to call this current or piece, whatever. Piece. I'm going to originally set it to 0, so use the first one in the map because, yep. I'm going to make this full screen. Next, we need an X and Y position, and that will be... Now here's where it gets weird, because if we look at the wikia for the rotation rules, we have a central point here. I think what I'll do is use the top left point as our reference. So I'm going to set at 0, 0 for now, because I don't want to figure things out so soon. So so px equals 0, py equals 0. And now we want to make it full. So I'll go inside my workspace again, add a step event. Actually, I'll remove this. And add a alarm event. I'm going to make it updates every half second or so. I should probably do something called the update. The time speed. Speed is good. So half second. I'm currently at 30 FPS probably, so let's put it at 15. Oh, speed is already taken up, obviously. Timer is fine. So in here, we're gonna just reset the alarm. And increase our Y by 1. Py. Now that we have that, we need to render our pieces. So actually what I'm going to do is first remove the tiles that we have. So I'm going to do tile map or tile map like so. Tile map set. Okay, now we need to think about this. We need to get our current piece. We need to get... So what we'll do is we'll say that the piece width is equal to... First of all, oh, yeah, we already have our piece. So our piece width will be equal to array... Okay, actually, I should probably do var piece. Or is that already a variable in here? That's our piece index. Let's call it piece index. Var piece is equal to... I can't remember what I called it. Tetrominoes at position piece index. array length, or is it width? Is that width? No, it's length and height. Yeah. That'll be piece var piece height equals array height. Oops, and that should be 2D. Then we're going to loop through all things. We're going to say underscore x equals 0 equals px var. Actually, I'm going to say var underscore x equals 0. Underscore x is smaller than p width. Underscore x plus plus. Same with y. And then we're going to say that underscore, so that's actually the, yeah, and then we're going to get, let's see, tile x is equal to piece x plus underscore x. Tile y equals piece y plus underscore y. And then we can actually get tile map set. Oh, actually, first we need to get whether or not there's something there. So we have to say if piece at position underscore x underscore y tile map set at position, okay, so I think we called it tile map, tile data 0, cell x and cell y is tx, ty. Oh, there's a bunch of errors everywhere. Oh, that's right. It needs a certain index. Okay, that's very strange. Now I'm confused as to which way round it is. I guess we'll find out. Okay, then we can increase our y, and we can basically copy this loop and recreate our tiles below. So tile map set, tx, ty, and then here we want, wait, I just realized that this will be our piece, and then we want, this will be our piece and color, so piece C, and then our piece is actually equal to piece color at position 0, because remember, we actually have array of arrays again, because we're storing the color index over here. So here we can get here, and we want to create tile data. Can you make an online game without opening ports on router? Can it be made automatically? So you can not open ports on your router, but then you will only be able to play with other people who are connected to the same router. If you want to be able to play with people, if you want to host a server connected to your router and have people outside of your local aerial network to connect to it, you will have to port forward. There's no real way around it. I guess one way will be to do UDP hole punching. So basically the idea is you only use UDP connections, and then you have a third server which you're not hosting on your router, you're hosting somewhere else, maybe online. And what it does is it accepts incoming traffic from either clients, and then it kind of redirects the flow. It's kind of complicated too. It kind of man in the middles the whole thing, and then in order to open up the UDP ports automatically, and then it just steps out of the way and everything happens on its own. It's too complicated to explain like this. But if you look up UDP hole punching, you'll find a whole bunch of interesting information about it. One thing to know is that you'll still need a server at some point somewhere, which is properly revealed to the internet. So, yeah, we want to get tile data. So tile data, I don't know how to create tile data actually. I'll probably have to look up tile maps because I know it's explained at some point. Okay, so I could just do that. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll use this one here. I'll say var t equals title data is 0, as if it was empty, and the title index would be t, actually that's calculated up here. I don't think I've used c yet, so I can do var c equals pc at position 1. And c. Okay, so this should theoretically work. If I add it to my room, save and run. We see an error, which is great. So, local variable pH is not set before. Okay, yes, of course. I am pretty dumb. Over here. And nothing's happening. Oh, I'm not drawing my tile map. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I created my layer. Well, Kuro, I didn't get a game, actually. Is it over, the Steam sale? I never know how long it lasts. But I didn't, I mean, there wasn't really anything I wanted. Wait, I've got my tile. Do I need to add it to a room? My layer? Damn, I should... I've always used layers directly from the room, so... I'm not 100% sure. Am I just forgetting something? That's just 4th of July, so there's still some time, that's good. Am I missing something? I created my tile, I've created my layer. Do I need to somehow add it? This is strange. I'm probably missing something pretty... Maybe I need to set the target room. Though, that'll be strange. And then layer. Though I guess that's what it's like by default, so I don't see how that really would apply. You know, it didn't change anything. I did... Maybe my get the Chomino script isn't working, so let's debug that. Let's create a quick, in the crate, let's quickly do show message get the Chomino with st. Hey, T the creator. I am doing great, what about you? Yeah, I get all zeros, so I'm doing something wrong inside my get the Chomino script. First of all, actually, if I run this again, we're getting too many. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for some reason. Should only be getting a 3 by 3. Oh wait, no, it's one for each. No, never mind. No, wait. Never mind. We have 4. We have 1, 2, 3 first row. Yeah, 0, 0. Yeah, no, that works. That's fine. That's correct. There's some error without buffer get surface and buffer seek and all that. So we're reading a U32 and we're masking 255. That could be wrong. Let me not mask it at all. See what happens. Hey, Geometry Dark Dragon. Thanks for subscribing. That's really cool. Right, now that I think about it, it's all a true or false thing. And in GameMaker, anything is true as long as it's bigger than 0.5. So I'm going to leave it that way. Still doesn't work though. Yeah, I'm going to leave it that way for now. Should work just fine. So there's definitely something wrong with this over here. So I'm removing... Is it my setting which is not right? Let me just try to... Oh! I left... Okay. I left it at 0. Here we go. As I said, it was probably something really dumb. I feel really, really dumb now. Okay. Oh, and it still doesn't work though. Okay, let's quickly go here, remove the show message, since apparently this works. However, when do you want to use buffers? Okay, so Chris Lloyd. What I'm doing is I'm getting sprites. A sprite represents each tetromino, and it's a very small 3x3 sprite or 4x4 sprite. And I'm getting a surface from that, and then I'm turning that surface into a buffer, so I have all the pixel data available to the CPU. And then I'm reading that data, putting it in an array so it's easy to access. I could do everything off the sprite technically, but it would be horrendously slow. So this is just like pre-processing the sprites so I have some really nice available arrays instead of buffers or even sprites. But right now it seems like we're not doing well. Let me just disable this for now. Run it again. And I am oh. Wait, why am I typing? Yep, that would probably fix it. That is because you will be resurfacing the same original sprite over and over again next to the same memory. Yeah, essentially, yeah. No, not the problem isn't accessing the same memory. It's just accessing sprites is accessing the sprites from the CPU, like the pixel data from the sprite on CPU, is incredibly slow. Accessing arrays is incredibly fast. So. I'm gonna try setting this to 1, which I'm not sure. The problem with tiled set index here is that it actually requires some more tiled data. So if I do tile set empty, it actually requires more tiled data. But I think this basically resets everything. Oh, and we should probably... Why is this... didn't I change that to T? And also change something else. Is if I go inside my initialization code, I'm going to change these all to this because I have a suspicion the tile index 0 is actually the empty... Oh, wait. I just realized something I did wrong. The basics of tiles I got wrong. By the way, geometry, I am confused as well. Something isn't working. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I want to resize this kind of fast, make it 48. Apply. Yep, and I'm just gonna cut this away here. Place it over here. Take this, place it over here. No, probably not. Actually, I'm gonna put it back and take this one here, place it here. Because GameMaker tiles are weird, and so you need to be weird as well. So let's check on this here. Alright, this is looking better. Maybe this will fix it? Nope. I don't know what's wrong. This is really weird. Maybe if I create a tile layer already? Maybe that was wrong. Then go back into my thing here. And replace these with tile map equals layer get, no, or layer get, or is it layer tile map get? And layer get ID tiles 1. So if this fixes it, it's just because my tile map creation skill are really low, and I still need a tile map. Okay, so that didn't fix it. I'm gonna keep it there for now, just in case this was wrong. But something is very strange. Are we actually triggering our our alarm event? Yeah. Array height 2D has an out of bound index. Does it? Wait, how do you know? What did I do? Really shouldn't do. Oh! Oh yeah. Oh wait, I can just leave this to 0, can't I? Oh yeah, of course. Yes. Thank you, Joey Tice. You are the best. Really are the best. I don't know how I missed that. Illegal array use. Why? Oh yeah, why is that illegal? What index out of range? 1, 0 out of range, 1, minus 1. Minus 1? Where did I get minus 1 from? I am so confused. My code must be filled with bugs. I've tried being smarter than I actually am, and that's where it gets you. Horribly confusing code. Pieces are... Let's see, pieces are 1D arrays which contain a 2D array. The 2D array represents the actual data, whether or not there's a tile. And the... Actually, what event was that in? For line 0, yeah. So, and the 1D array has the 2D array of the tiles, and then the index of the tile from the tile map, which you have to place there, so the color, essentially. So yeah, something is definitely wrong with my alarm event. Apparently, we get an index array out of bounds, because we're getting 1, minus 1. We already confirmed that our getTetromino script was working. So could it be that I'm not dereferencing enough? So we get our piece, which is Tetromino's piece index. PC equals PC0 when C equals PC1. Are width and height the wrong way round? That's possible. Here's a problem with 2D arrays. It's just the naming is just completely weird. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. So GameMaker has weird names, and length when it's 1D is they're the wrong way around. Yeah. I hate GameMaker. I don't know why I still use it. Honestly. And now we have a problem. Illegal array use. Okay, so apparently we're not allowed to call if on arrays directly, on array accessing directly, but you can on numbers. Oh, this is definitely a bug. I'm going to file it later. Alright, well it works. Somehow. We also have the wrong piece, but let's not worry about that for now. Let's just go back inside our create and try to use our own tile map, because we have more control over where it will be shown. Yep, that works just fine. Which means I can actually delete this tile layer. Make sure I didn't write anything. Yeah, I definitely think it's the wrong way around. To me, a 1D array has width, doesn't have height, and like it should be that. I don't know if my cat can. I should probably turn my lights on. I'll be right back. No, to me, an array, 1D array is that way, and then if you make it 2D, it expands vertically. That's how I see it in my head. And so this would be length and this height. Better yet, it would be width and height, like, you know, any sensible person. But I guess it's just it keeps staying from like legacy versions, which is terrible. I'm really disappointed in how little they changed with regard to GML in GameMaker Studio 2. It was a perfect opportunity for them to get rid of all the dumb stuff. And yet they didn't. Alright, so ST is the T, so we should really be seeing the T one first. Yet, if we look at our Tetris object, yeah, we did say piece index is 0. Somehow we're getting the long straight one. Which is interesting. I really cannot view them vertically. In all of my computer science courses, we've always viewed them as horizontally. I mean, it's like memory has always been horizontal, RAM has always been horizontal, everything. Yeah. The IDE was its least of its problems, and somehow it's gotten worse in my opinion. This whole workspace system, completely useless. Utterly useless. It just I mean, what is this even, how is this even useful? It's using all this real estate right here, when it could be, you know, tucked under here or something, I don't know. Somehow, I feel like the IDE, the workspace is worse than in 1.x. The code editor is better, but it's still pretty damn bad. Ooh, and Joe Colvin. Wow. Thank you so much. You deserve a shout out. If you have anything, Twitter or whatever, put it in the comments. I will shout out. It's the most I can do, I'm afraid. Do thank you for that. Right. I should probably get on with the stream. There is an error. Oh yeah, so we're having a weird vertical line for some reason. Rotated. It seems like our indices are completely wrong somewhere. Because there is no way we should be able to get that. If we look at our get the Chomino. Alright, we don't have anything. Well, thank you very much anyways. Yeah, creator, I know. Window clutter was bad. Again, I'm not saying 1.x was better. Well, it was good. I'm not saying it was good. I would love to see something close to Visual Studio, IntelliJ, or Eclipse, or any other IDE which has been proven to work very well. You know, just the tabs, just like this, like I'm using it right now. You know, and that would be great. Just make everything have a full screen interface, and I will be happy. And maybe fix the code editor a bit. It's a bit weird sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Something is wrong. Ooh, it could be our buffer reading. I often get my buffer reading. It's Y first and then X. For some reason. So I think. Now this will route it back in the right direction. Nope. It didn't change a thing. That doesn't seem right at all. My code is very definitely broken. I don't know what I did wrong. Yep, that's not right. I'll just write a quick test over here. By the way, I said I was going to stream for 2 hours, but I'm going to stream for longer because I want to at least get something working today. Right, I'm going to go inside this one here, and I'm just going to print out piece. Show message. I just want to see what it looks like. Maybe it's completely wrong. So I'm trying to view what kind of shape that will be. So first it's completely empty, then it's completely full, then it's empty, full, empty, then it's empty, full, empty, empty, full, 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 empty, 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 full, empty, empty, full, empty, empty, full, full, empty, full, empty. Yeah, something is definitely wrong somewhere. Because that's not an existing shape. So Code, also lightweight objects will be objects which only hold variables, nothing else. Or so, that's what I hope it will be. If it's anything else than that, I'll be really disappointed. But yeah, if they can only hold variables, it means that you can use them to hold data without them impacting any performance, and you can do... Like, see the way I use arrays everywhere? You'll be able to use objects instead, which will be much nicer. A UI editor would be nice. Scriptable UI. I mean, they say they have plugins in place already, but they're only going to allow us to use them in a really long time. Back in closed beta, there were some interesting things I could see as to what they could do, like different languages and things. I'm really excited for that. Yeah. It's one of the reasons I bought Studio 2. I wouldn't have otherwise, was because plugins were going to be a thing. So it was going to be a lot more interesting to use with, you know, any bad decisions they made could be rewritten by someone else. However, they're still not here, and I'm maybe regretting buying Studio 2. I don't know yet. I don't use it for much else in videos anyways. I'm still trying to figure out what that shape is. Maybe it's vertical, so empty, 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 full, 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 empty, full, full. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, these are different frames. Never mind. Yes. Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These are different frames. Is the NDA even over? No, but I did not reveal anything that hasn't been revealed before, so I should be fine. Yeah, the NDA is, I think am I allowed to reveal how long the NDA lasts? It's a very long time. It's way too long. Yeah, I just realized that this will give us an arrow with the different rotations, and now I need to actually redifference that. So I'm gonna say var pieces, maybe piece R for piece and rotations will be pieces, piece C. My naming scheme is terrible. 0, and then I'm gonna just not have rotations yet, so piece is gonna be piece R 0. Alright, Chris Lloyd, have fun working, if that's possible. Yeah. See you, hope you watch the rest. It will be live on my channel. So as you can see, I fixed it. I was dumb and I forgot how I built my game. Yeah, I forgot there was rotation involved. So actually I can add rotation now. In here, I'll have piece rot equals 0. And then I'll add key press up, and I'll just do rot plus plus. If it's piece rot, isn't it? Yeah. If it's greater than or equal to 4, piece rotation equals 0. Yeah. About lightweight objects, it's been so bad in GameMaker, like the current state, that I have to build a tool to create pseudo structures with arrays that will create all the scripts for me. It's quite useful. I haven't published it yet because it's quite buggy and it has a few problems, but I'm planning on releasing it. But yeah, it will essentially have the same effects, just variables, nothing else. Getters and setters maybe. No pizza for me. Yeah, no, I already ate. Pizza was just last week. Maybe I mean, I can't eat pizza every week, for both financial reasons and health. How did I forget it that quickly? Oh, you were talking about forgetting the... how I built the game. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I've got my rotation, so I can go inside, get the tromino... No, alarm. Change that to piece rotation. And whenever I press up, I also want to call the alarm 0 to refresh it, but I don't want to increase PYY, so I'm going to create a custom event. I should be using scripts, but I cannot be bothered right now. Actually, I may as well. It's actually just as easy. So I'm going to create that, call it update TM for update tile map. I'm going to go inside my alarm 0. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to rename that to clear. Yeah, just clear TM, and that will have my clearing thing here. So I'm just gonna get all of this, cut it out, clear TM, and then I'm gonna create new scripts. It's actually okay. Here we go. There'll be place TM. I don't know. Naming is not my strong suit. And I'm going to copy all of this, place TM, paste it, go back inside clear TM and copy all of this initialization stuff over here. Then alarm 0 can call clear TM and place TM. Can I put the Tetris game in the game? Probably not, since I think it's copyrighted. But maybe. I can sing it, I think. Alright, it still works. So now when I go inside my code... Yeah, it's actually midnight where I am, so... Same thing. Well, good night, geometry. If you're interested in seeing the rest, again, it'll be up on my YouTube channel. Okay. Play it backwards in a different key. That will be probably something for a different stream. What it stands tile map, I guess. It's what it stands for. Terrible name, but yeah. Alright, so what I'll do is first clear TM. It's not quite accurate because I'm not clearing the whole tile map, I'm just clearing the part with the tetromino, but again, I'm not looking to make the most perfect version. Again, I don't take this as a tutorial. And the rotation works. Kinda. It's acting very weird though. In what order is that rotating in? It's like counterclockwise, which is not the way I set it. Huh, doesn't matter. Wait, did I do it counterclockwise? I don't know. I've thought about doing a live stream like this. How do you come up with that kind of game to recreate? So, I don't know. I asked online. I asked on the forums. I asked on Twitter. I didn't get any Twitter responses. I did get a couple answers on the suggestions on the forums. One of them was Tetris. So Tetris like recreating Pac-Man. That's a good idea. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't think. Should maybe be less hard than Tetris. Tetris is surprisingly harder than I anticipated. Okay, now we need to be able to actually have a floor and have the piece actually stop moving and all that. So let's go to alarm 0. And this will be moving it down, but first we need to check if there's no space in beneath it. So we could pre-process a bunch of data, but that's a lot of work for something we can just do here. The problem is it'll change our structure quite a bit, so I'll just do it here. Yeah, we want to check if we are... We want to check how far down, how tall our piece is. So we can do 4. So we need to get the width and height of our piece. I'll just copy all of this over here. And then we can say for var x equals pw x, actually 0, x plus plus, no, x is smaller than pw. This won't be the most efficient thing, but I mean it's gonna be plenty fast since it's very small pieces. You probably want to pre-process that step I'm doing now if you were using massive 100 tile pieces, but for this it's gonna be fast enough. Alright, and we're just gonna have this thing called var h, which is gonna be the actual height. Itchy nose. Actually, I probably want to place this over here. Oh, I just deleted it. Yeah, I had my stepbrother is also doing computer science. He had as an assignment to actually create a Pac-Man game accurate to the original one with, well, he just had to create the AI. And yeah, they're really interesting. Each of the different color have a different like strategy. One of them is always moving like towards you, the other one is always moving away from you. It's quite interesting to see what they do. Or at least, you know, if you have to believe his university, which I don't know if I do. So, what we're going to have, actually, we're probably going to need to nest this properly because we're going to have properties in here, which is, I'm going to just call it var_t because I'm lazy. I'm going to set it to false at first. Then I'm going to say t equals piece. Is it just piece? Yeah, I think it's just piece. Piece underscore x underscore y. Actually, it's going to be t or. There we go. And then if t h equals underscore y. And that should give us the effective height of our piece. So now I can say if underscore y plus h is smaller than height. Actually plus 1, right? No, actually, here we go. Like this. Else we place it forever and we move on to the next piece. So, oh wow, that's a pretty difficult challenge. Slagathorax. Yeah, I'm a terrible game designer, so so I don't know. AI is surprisingly... I'm making a tactics game at the moment, not in GameMaker. I started in GameMaker, but it got too big for GameMaker. And AI is just weird. It's especially when you have teams and they have to like communicate with each other. It's weird. Right, so what we're gonna do is... So TM is placed, so now we can just say piece index is equal to irandom array length 1D. Is it just called tetrominos or something? Yeah, I don't know why this is here in the init code. This makes no sense anymore. I'll just put it in the create event. There you go. I don't know what the obsession is with GameMaker users to always put every single event in its own script and then call the script from the event. I don't get that. There's already code that you can write. Just use that directly. If you're not, I mean, unless you need it to be a script because you're going to call it in multiple places. If it belongs to the object, put it in the object. It's not a global thing that everyone should be able to access, right? So we have a new piece index and we're going to say py equals 0 and px equals 0. And let's see if that works. Of course, it's not checking for new tiles anymore, but sorry, it's just checking for the bottom floor, but we can make it check for other tiles soon too. Okay, so it's not working. Yeah, lock-off struct is difficult. I have made neural networks back in GameMaker 8. It's possible. You just have a lot of different objects and it's just really slow. Again, I'm working on this nice struct framework. I think you'll find it really interesting for your neural network thing. I will, maybe I'll release it right now in like early access, not quite working state. Free, of course, probably open source for people to expand upon. Eventually I wanted to do full like objects. Again, it's just a code generator. It takes its own language, which I'm calling GMS for GameMaker struct. I don't know. And it generates GML code, which you can just pop into your game. I think you'll be quite interested in using that. It's quite powerful right now, given, like, it doesn't do much, but, like, being able to have proper name structs is nice. Also inheritance, which is cool. No function, no methods yet. It doesn't hurt and keeps things legible, but yeah, if only one thing is using it, then you don't need to script it. Yeah. I don't know, is this not triggering? Let's do show message hi. And I'll make it go faster as well, because this is a bit painful. Piece index can get out of bound. Oh yes, you're right. Man, I'm why am I using piece index? I don't even remember. What is this? It's inside. Hang on, what? Yep. And maybe, well, that's probably not the problem, since I was saying py and px equals 0. That's true, yeah, I see what you mean. There's lots of things I would love to do, and as tutorials as well, but just there's no time in a GameMaker thing to do everything. I have a tutorial on making structs in GameMaker, so you could link them to that. It'll be good for me. But yeah, I totally see what you mean. Okay, so it's not triggering for some reason. Maybe my height. Let's see. I'll get this to show message H to see if it's actually doing the maths right. Actually, over here. Two. 0, 1, 2. Ah, first of all, that's wrong. So I'll just do over here H++. But it still doesn't explain why it's not working. So y plus if is more than height, then clear the TMs. Replace TMs otherwise. Why is this not triggering? This is really strange to me. I'll just do show debug message underscore y plus h, see what it actually is. It's always the same. Underscore y is not changing. Underscore y, of course. Ah, py would be the correct variable to use right here. So now we should see it stop. It stopped, and we got a new piece, and we cannot move it yet, and it doesn't detect other pieces yet, and it crashes. Piece R. Yeah. Also, is this for long? It is for long. So why is it? I'm just gonna ignore that for now. I did forget to reset it. What we'll do is make it detect things underneath it. So yeah, it is a bit much, but that's just what comes with duck typing. You know, there's nothing you can do. I think duck typing is kind of a good thing for GameMaker, but I don't know. Like, the thing is, I don't see it changing. I understand why there's duck typing here. I prefer languages which are statically typed, but yeah. Async stuff would be nice. A similar async framework to what C# has would be incredible. Right, I'm going to change this a bit such that instead we all time check right beneath it. So we're going to have this variable called stop and then set it to false. And then we're going to check, first of all, if there is something at this position. So if piece at position underscore x underscore y is greater than 0, yeah, I don't know. I think what they should do is have two languages, GML and then GMXL or something like that, like an extended GameMaker language, or just bring in an existing language like JavaScript. Maybe they could bring in C# or something like that. Just give us something more than GML to work with. You know, if there was a built-in like C++ editor which would just create DLLs, that would be still better than what we have now. What you can do for loading bars is just load pieces of it every step. That's what I tend to do. It's actually, I've been working with libgdx a lot, and that's essentially how it does it too. Every frame it loads a bit of data. I would probably use JavaScript for some things, even though I don't actually know C#. C# is probably what I'll use. I don't like C or C++ that much. C# I fell in love with. I love C#. So if there is a piece at x and y, then we want to check if there is if there's a tile right underneath it. So we're going to say if tile map get, and what's a tile map at position px plus underscore x, py plus underscore y. So if there's something here, then stop is true. Py plus 1. And we can probably break. And then they'll only break. Oh, okay, I hate this. This will only break this loop here. It won't break the outer loop because despite having asked it for quite a few times, Yo-Yo Games still say that labeling for loops is a bad idea. So now what I need is a variable. So if stop break. The creator, yeah, Googling is a good way of learning though, sometimes. And here I'll just have if stop. And I'll swap these around. And we all started by Googling. I haven't actually been that big on other languages until I started university. I had learned Java and stuff like that, I just didn't use it much. Now I don't know, I don't see myself not using it. Okay, so now it's just stopping right from the start. Ah, yes, because it's check if it has its own thing. So I'll have to remove the piece. Clear TM. And then here I can do that, and I can do place TM. Alright, so it's not stopping anymore. Alright, so yeah. I'm checking if there's something at the time. I should also check if there is nothing. So what I'll do is I'll have var t. I don't think we've used, have we used t? Okay, cool. Var t equals tilemap get. Boom. And then var e for end is equal to underscore y, no, more like py plus underscore y greater than height. And just like so, and then if t or e. I should probably add like side-to-side movement next. Okay, so it doesn't stop. Or it does stop, but much later. And we get some weird index arrays out of range. I'll have to fix that in a bit. Py plus y plus 1. But somehow this is still not right. But maybe it will be right. Yeah, so we're off by 1. But this works. Okay, so then we get this error. Okay, so I'll just do if it's greater or equal to height, first of all. That should be right. Next, we need to figure out this whole array index out of bounds. So it seems like one of our sprites... Okay, yeah, our square is not 4 images long. And because I can't be bothered fixing that, like, properly, I'll just... There we go. It's actually not that big. It's just a default room size. I just didn't want to... Yeah, I haven't changed it. Yeah, okay, so rotation works and we can place it. This is working pretty well. I just need to add movement now. And maybe change the size of things so it's a bit easier to see. So, can I scale... First of all, can I scale my... Where's my creation code? Layer. So can I do layer scale? No, there's no scaling layers. I guess I'll just scale my image. As bad as that is. It's a shame there isn't a scaling tails, because that will make so many things much better. I'll make it twice as big. Can I do percentage? There we go. I hope that's not bigger than the actual default room. Oh. And then I have to go in here, change that to 3232. Yeah, it is the view. Yeah, but yeah. But look, this is perfect. So, whatever. I'm not sure. Okay, Tetris Tune is still copyrighted, isn't it? So, I'm not sure I can. And then you have this weird thing, which I'll probably have to fix. Let's add movement, side-to-side movement. I should probably tell my brother I'm streaming. So, no messages, please. So let's add movement. Let's see. Can you move faster than the update? I'm going to say that yes. Again, this isn't going to be super accurate. Actually, I'll put it in here. Actually, no. Let's just say that you have to rotate at the same, at the same speed it's like falling or something. So let's add movement to left and right. So if, actually I'll just do first var dx equals keyboard check vk right minus keyboard check bk left. And then if dx is greater than 0, then we're moving to the right. And if dx is more than 0, then we're moving to the left. So we probably want to use something very similar to this. I'm going to reset stop to false here. Right, I just need to tab. Actually, I can alt click. And then if stop, if not stop, what we want to do is, I should probably clear TM first. Do the game jams? I have done some. You can probably, if you look at Fel666 in the GameMaker forums, you could probably find a couple I've done. I'm not great at them. As you can see right now, I'm not great at coding under pressure. So if stop px ++, and I'm just going to copy this whole code. Oh yeah, and change that instead of +1 here, +1 over here. And I could reuse code by being clever, but I'm not clever, so. No. Yeah. And then I want to check over on the left. Oh, I don't need to check vertically anymore, that's right. So let's remove this vertical check. Px-, go back up, remove the this check over here. We don't need it. Hopefully that works. Alright, so you can move left and right and rotate. Huh. It's working pretty well. It may need some input buffering, but yeah, the problem now is that you can move in and out, which is not great. I just need to add that limit. Yeah. So yeah, you can cheat, and I'm very bad at this game. Yeah, I forgot to, there's a couple things to change. First of all, let's make it so that you cannot move outside of the map. So we'll do that by saying over here, var e is equal to, and we're moving to the right over here, so we'll do px plus underscore x greater than width. And it'll be greater or equal to, let's check if that's correct or if we're off by 1. We're probably off by 1. We're always off by 1. Yeah, maybe even off by 2. Okay, I don't know why this isn't. Oh yeah, we're not checking. Okay. Or E. Remove that +1, see if that's right. Yeah, we're off by 1. And then down here have the same thing. So that'll be if px plus underscore x is smaller than 0. Actually, smaller or equal to 0. And then or E. And yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that's working just fine. Oh, then rotation. Yeah, rotation. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Checking if rotation is fine is gonna be quite the hassle. Because we basically need to snap out with rotation. Or we could just flat out prohibit it if we were too lazy, which, you know, I kind of am. But before that, we probably need, you know, deletion of lines when we complete them. So, deleting line when we complete them. Every time we place one over here, we should check lines. And this script is getting pretty long, so I'm just going to create a new one. Of course, this doesn't seem to like me. Why is it? Alt-C isn't working. I don't know, the ID is completely broken. This is going to be check lines. Now we only need to check lines at which we currently changed anything. But that's too much work to actually figure out. So we're just going to check every single possible line. So what we'll do is for var underscore x equals 0, underscore x is more than width, underscore x plus plus. But before that, we need to check, we need to go down. So we're going to say for var underscore y equals 0, so y is smaller than height, underscore y plus plus. By the way, I think I'll do line deletion and then call it a night because it's getting pretty late. But if you're enjoying the stream, don't worry, line deletion may take a while. So, we want to check if the whole line is full. So we can do Are you saying hooray because of my underscore x usage? Yeah. We'll do, oh, yeah, no, I did, that's right. We'll do var full equals true. And then I can do if tile map get tile map at position underscore x underscore y, then actually if not tile map get, then full equals false and break. Now I hope this breaks the inner loop. Again, GameMaker is weird. Then I can say if full, free the whole line, so for var x equals 0, var, no, x is smaller than width x plus plus, underscore x plus plus. Tile map set tile map underscore tile data will be 0 underscore x underscore y. Now we also need to loop through all of the lines above and move them down one. So we do for var underscore y2 whatever equals underscore y. Underscore y2 is greater or equal to 0. Underscore y2 minus minus. 4th overall, that's really quite good. Well done. Keyleth, I'm gonna say. That's pretty good. For a first game jam as well, that's actually pretty impressive. Okay, cool, I'm back online. That's good. Mm-hmm. Gloomy Toad, yeah. Using var just means the variable belongs to that script and not to anything else. The advantage is twofold: memory usage, so it doesn't keep on allocating it inside the object, well, the instance, and also it kind of quote-unquote overrides any existing variable name. So if you had width inside your instance variables, you can use width again if you put var in front of it, and it won't affect your instance. So it's a safe way to be able to just, you know, if there was a variable named t in your object, you can put var in front inside the script, and you have a new variable, essentially. It won't change your object, so it's just safer as well. So var t equals tilemap get. Okay, so first of all, we need to check that we want to go... Actually, tilemap get will return 0, so this will work just fine for us. Tile map. It will return 0 outside the tile map, so the top line will be... It'll be fine. Cell x is... underscore x, cell y be underscore y minus 1. And then tile map set, tile map apposition, tile data will be t at underscore x underscore y. And I believe that is it. All we have to go is inside Tetris alarm 0, check lines, save and run. And a bunch of messages here. Inside for loops, I'm just used to doing it that way. You could declare them all at the top. What GameMaker does internally is move them all at the top anyways, so it doesn't matter in the end. Whoops, oh, I could have placed... Whoa, yeah, rotation is a bit funky. Oh yeah, I put them at the top because that's what I'm... I mean inside the loop, because that's what I'm used to doing. Okay, I really want to test this, but I'm not getting the straight line. I should probably add a debug thing to help out. Also, probably help if I was a bit better at this game. Okay, so I deleted it, but it didn't move everything down, because we have to move it down. Okay, no, I'm not sure why that didn't work. Could I have... So you're using tilemap as a simple buffer to look up for all the block in one line. Could you have scroll the tilemap down, some other method? Well, I think this is the easiest method. Just look at the line above, copy it down, look at the line above that, copy it down, and so on. I don't know why it didn't work, though. Let me try again. Yeah, beta testers would be amazing. Or, you know, I could just call it a feature. Okay, let's hope for something that fits. Oh, of course it doesn't fit. Okay, let's see if this works. I think it won't, though. Yeah, it's very weird. It's not I don't even understand how that happened. Do I just overlap? No, I set it. So I take whatever is on top and I set it. So if it was 0... Hang on. No, because I'm copying. So if it was 0, I'm also copying 0. Yeah, I'm not... But the last line... Yeah, that's okay for the last line, because telmap get will return 0 if you're out of index. So that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, the top row will return... at index -1, will return 0. And because it will return 0, it'll just clear it. It should be fine. Joe Colvin. Okay, I really want to get that working. I don't know what I did wrong. Yeah, what am I doing? Am I actually just overlapping? That doesn't sound right, because I am setting it. I could clear it first, but I doubt it'll do much. It won't do anything. I'm sure of it. It won't do anything. Telmap set is the right one, right? Yeah. I just realized there could be something to do with multiple rows happening. If we have the... Right now we're going from top to bottom, so we're... No, that should work, that should work. Okay, let's try to analyze what's not happening correctly. What's nice to know is that we're going to get the exact same pattern every time. Okay, so... For some reason it just deleted the middle section without going much further. If you're moving everything down, you should start bottom to top. I am starting bottom to top. No. I should start top to bottom, because I am removing the line here. So I remove the line. Then I move everything on top down. Then I look one step under that, remove the line, move everything down. It should work. If I go bottom to top... Yeah, I don't know. There's only one object in my game right now. There's only one major controller object. There are no, everything is done with tiles. It changes to red. That's very interesting. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am already using _y and _x over here. So this should be _x2. And this should be _x2, because we don't want to interfere with our already existing variables. And this is why we need something better than GML. You know, any other IDE would have screamed saying that I was doing something wrong. Of course GameMaker doesn't. Okay. That should fix it. Bottom is the line you're removing, so you can overwrite the bottom line with whatever. Okay, the thing about setting is it doesn't overlay, it really does overwrite, so... Yeah, it's working fine. I mean, we get tile index outside tile set size, but that's fine. I was expecting that. Oh, I could probably slide it here. Oh yeah, but now I'm stuck. Okay, let's try to get it working with more lines. Let's try to get it working with 2 lines, just as a proof of concept. Okay, that was weird. Can I get it here? That'll be just 1 line though. Okay, now this is just a live stream of me playing broken Tetris. I hope it's just as enjoying. Enjoying? That's not the right word. Just as fun to watch. Okay, that was pretty bad. Can I get... I don't know, I really want to see if it's working with 2. Oh, damn it, that was really dumb of me. Yes, that's totally going to happen if you look at how amazingly I'm playing right now. It's I'm going to blame this on the controls, by the way. They are very, very bad. Okay, I just want to see a multi-line thing. Okay, okay, you can totally do weird stuff with this game. That was 1. We just want to test with more than 1. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, okay, the controls are just weird. Let's try again. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. What I'll do, go in create. I won't create a tetromino, which is 1 line big. What I'll do instead is, where's my creation code? Oh yeah, I don't need I don't need init anymore, because I'll go inside Tetris create, and I'm only going to have L. And now if I run, I should be able to just put lots and lots of lines. And now we can check the 4x and the 2x. So I'm going to try with 2x first, and then I'll try the Tetris. And I think if this works, I'll leave it there, because I mean, I could fix a bunch of stuff, but I'm getting a bit tired and my coding efficiency is going down. Alright, let's see if 2 lines works. 2 line does work. 1 line should still work. And now let's try it with 4 lines. Yeah, 4 rows at once is called a Tetris. So yeah, there's definitely a bunch of stuff to fix, including the rotation. The controls are very bad. Like, very, very bad. They only update every time it moves down, every time there's gravity. And yeah. Caffeine would be an option, but I'm too lazy to go make coffee. So... Also, I should probably get some sleep. I haven't been on the best of schedules lately. Yeah. So yeah, it's showing up errors, but it is returning 0. So it's working. Okay, I'll do this fix. I'll fix that really quickly, just so I don't get screamed at too much. Where is it? Check lines. And I'll just go over here. I'll say var t equals 0, and then if underscore y2 is greater than 0, then t equals all of that stuff. Alright, so that should work, and it should fix the problem. Yes, I'm still getting errors, I know, that's why I fixed it. Yeah, I don't really have an excuse for getting errors like this. But I guess it's a nice break from... Okay, this didn't... Did this work earlier, or did it do something weird? I'm not sure, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so I'll take Joe Colvin's advice and probably leave it here for now. I mean, it's a working Tetris game. You know when you lost when you see it reaching the top, right? What I'll do is I'll stream a bit of the game being played by me, so you can all cringe at my terrible game playing. So the game works, it just doesn't have a game over, and it also has other problems, including the rotation snapping problem. You can rotate pieces into other pieces. But I'm gonna say it's a feature. It's what makes this game different from Tetris. I'm gonna call it Tetrox. And I don't get sued for, copyright infringement. Because it's technically a different game. Alright, I'm just gonna clear a line with this new, technically all the pieces aren't in yet. Because I forgot to do that. I said I was gonna do it, but yeah. I'm just gonna quickly get at least one line down. Here you go. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. If you had, great. Subscribe to get notifications next time I go live. I know there's quite a couple of you who have before said they missed the stream, so yeah, that'll be a nice way of getting notified. And I'll see all you guys, next time I stream or next time I make a video, which hopefully should be on Monday, I think. I've got one planned. So yeah, see you guys all next time.